So I know people are saying, Moreh, is Jerusalem and Israel really on fire? Yeah, that's what they want to know. Yes, it is. Second question. Moreh, yeah. Is it a sign? Of course it's a sign. Remember I told you about timing. Don't you ever forget that. Don't ever forget it's the timing. What was the timing? The so-called New Year. You can't make this up. Their day to recognize the time that they took our Holy Land and the day of celebration was the day the fires broke out. I've been telling y'all, we in the last days, it's over. Now Abba Yah is giving us these signs. It seems like every time there is some type of significant day, just like we talked about the timing when Yah killed that Pope dead than Julius Caesar. I said, it's the timing, y'all. That's what we need to be looking at. If you want to understand the prophetic, if you want to start to understand the prophetic, you got to look at the timing of things. And there's just no way that that is not automatically should be looked at by everybody as the time. It's on fire. What kind of fire, Moreh? How about this? The worst fire ever. Once again, that's the same thing I've been talking about now for years. So one of the things that we do is that we look for certain words, certain buzzwords that, let us look at things prophetically. So when you hear of a fire, oh boy, hold on. When you hear of a fire, of course it's no big deal, right? It's fire. Unless you hear the fire is the worst fire that we've ever had in the history since we've been here. I'm talking about that's what the Europeans are saying. And let me get off this bumpy. They should get on something smooth. All right, here we go. And it's also at the time that they're supposed to be celebrating some kind of man-made anniversary. And what do I say about that? I say hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Abba Yah is doing his thing in his time, when he wants to, how he wants to, where he wants to, and he makes it global so that it puts a mark. Everybody can have a mark, a marker. And notice today, of course for us, we're entering into our Shabbat, but it's already Shabbat over there in the land. And the people, a lot of them are in panic mode because, one, they never had this kind of, problem with a fire before. So they're now having to call on nations to help them fight the fire. But I got news for these heathens. They ain't the only fire that's coming. I got news for the whole world, really, but for sure I got news for these heathens. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Boy, what do you mean? Just exactly what I said. You haven't seen nothing yet. You ain't gonna better call on no neighboring countries to come try to help you put out these fires that's on their way. What fires on their way, Moray? The ones that's prophesied in the Holy Bible. They coming. Get ready, you heathens. Get ready. And wait until them fires come that you can't quench. It's the beginning of the end. If I were y'all, I would really, I got to talk more about this tomorrow on Shabbat. I just had to say something today. If I were you, I would really try to be getting my life together right now. I'd be trying to line up with the Torah. I would be keeping those laws, statutes, and the commandments. I would be trying to love my neighbor as myself. I'll be seeking first the kingdom. I would want to be getting myself ready like a bride, which is really a bride getting ready for her groom, and that bride is really a princess who was getting ready to become a queen, getting ready for her king. That's what I would be doing. For y'all, you can keep on acting like things ain't lining up prophetically if you want to, but I can see it. These are signs. Just like if we were living in Bible days, which we are, I know that's a term, but if we were living like 2,000 years ago and these signs were happening all around us, we would be doing the same thing. We'll be saying, did you see this? Did you see that? And the fire came down and fell here, and this happened here, and the sun stopped shining here, and there was an eclipse across. All of the things, the eclipse made an olive top. We would be saying every single thing that's happening now. If it was in actual biblical days when we were actually still writing the Torah, these things would be recorded as a testimony that Abaya was giving us signs of the judgment of the last days. Wouldn't you think about that, by the way? And then compare it to all the other things that we have been talking about. And you'll start to see some things that we've been talking about. But anyway, I wanted to make sure I kept this video short. I didn't want to keep it too long, but I wanted to say something. Yes, these fires, for sure, are a sign. And it's like the other signs that Abaya has given us. All of the signs are pointing to mainly the same thing. Teaching us that the empire is falling. The evil empire, the evil rule of the world is crashing. It's falling. And the true house of Israel is rising. That's what this is really all about. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. All right, don't forget, support the work of the ARK. We are full-time. And you can give several ways to support what we're doing. And I know some people want to know how. First time watching our videos, maybe this just popped up. How, Moray? We believe in tithe, biblical. Study the word tithe in the Bible, which represents a tenth. Read what it's about, and we believe that that's the way Yah has still chosen. That's the way Yah has chosen for us, even in this day, to support a ministry like this one. And then, of course, the offerings. And you can look that up. You can look that up also in the scriptures and see how those, the instructions that are given to us with the offerings. But until then, I look forward to being in the room with you tomorrow and sharing some more about the signs of the times. It's incredible. It's incredible. Shalom.